Hello, my lovely empath ladies, and today we're going to be talking about how the narcissist seems to have a radar right to you and why they do. My name is Michelle Pava. I'm a licensed psychotherapist, and I'm here to help you get over the narcissist. First, let's talk about what are some of the qualities that you have that are both a blessing and a curse. That is your ability to be very sensitive. It is your ability to carry the weight of the world, including other people's worlds, on your shoulders. It is your high tolerance for pain. It is your strong ability to love. These are all beautiful gifts, but they also can be a curse because a narcissist will see them as a vulnerability. So it's really important as an empath, as a female, having that female energy, it is so important to understand that sometimes people can be very attracted to you just because you're an attractive person, but there's also going to be people who are very attracted to the gifts that you bring, meaning not the gifts of the female beauty and the inner and outer beauty, but also that vulnerability that might be there. That can also be a strength, but when it is under the thumb of the narcissist, it can become very toxic. So beware of people that are very interested and fascinated in your ability to love and your ability to get through things, and they're very fascinated by your life story. They want to know everything about your life story. They want to know how you overcame things. They want to know the names, the key players in your life story in every chapter. So they want to know about every boyfriend or husband that you might have had in the past, every relationship that you had in the past. They want to know their names. They want to know what they did for a living. They want to know about your family and your friends. And at first, they're going to seem like they're just sympathizing with you. They're going to say how you overcame so much, and that's going to feel good to you. What then happens is they start to turn everything against you. So for instance, they will start to berate you or to shame you. How could you have been so crazy to be with that person? Or why do you let your mother speak to you this way? Why do you have those friends? Pretty soon, it's going to be a case where they are almost isolating you in your own world. They also will start to focus on telling you about their world. They're going to tell you about all the people that have wronged them. And trust me, with a narcissist, there are many of them. So you're going to feel like you're a savior to this person. You're really helping them. And all of your beauty and all of your empath qualities and all of your feminine energy are going to be wrapped up into this person. So they're going to be asking your advice. They're going to be looking for praise. And you're going to be falling right into that because you're going to hear their stories and you're going to have empathy. You're going to feel for them. You're going to feel a level of connection because they are trusting you, or so you think. What they're really doing is setting you up. It's part of the grooming stage. It's the beginning of love bombing. It's that part right before the love bombing really starts to happen. It's that space where you think you're just getting to know them and that they're just getting to know you. But really what they're doing is creating a space where they have ammunition and they know what your weaknesses are. We're going to talk about that in another video, but right now, let's just talk about how these gifts can also become more of a curse and what you can do and why that narcissist is really honing in on you for that reason. So one of the things that we have to really look at is a lot of times a narcissist is going to want to, I call it playing therapist. So on the surface, it looks like a therapist is just talking and listening and that's it. So there's a lot more, of course, that goes into it. But for a narcissist, they just want to speak and they just want you to listen, or they want to turn it around where they're going to ask a lot of your advice and they want you to give really praise. They're not really looking for advice. That's where they kind of get you, because what they're really looking for is for you to say, oh, you did everything right. These people are so horrible. Every decision you've made completely intellectually and rationally and logically. And that's really what they want. They want just a lot of your energy going to praise them and to build them up. If you were really going into an in-depth conversation with them, you might actually say something like, well, do you think that was the best decision that you could have made in that instance? Saying something like that is going to really set them off because they're going to feel very attacked and they're going to feel like you don't think highly of them, which in that moment, you're just simply asking a question. But they really don't want that really therapist situation with you. They're pretending. They want it on a very superficial level. And everything that they want with you is going to be on a superficial level. So it's going to be superficial friendship, superficial therapy relationship. All of the relationship dynamics that they're building around you right now are really just to support them. And like I said, that empathy that you have, that ability to carry the weight of the world, the dynamic that you bring to them with your feminine energy is going to be just something that they use to manipulate to build themselves up. It really has no bearing on you at all. You're just sort of this human body that is giving energy, and it really isn't about you at all. And this is where a lot of empath women, a lot of very sensitive and creative women, very intellectual women will tend to get tied up in this because they're not looking at the situation in that way. Because there's an innocence to meeting someone new and having them interested in you and you being interested in them, because you just trust that this person is going to be very kind. So you don't really think about this person being very manipulating and horrible and using everything that you're saying to be as an ammunition to attack you with. Now, if what I am saying to you right now is striking a chord, I want you to go ahead and look in the description. I have some free programs for you. I would love for us to connect more, but sit tight because right now I have another video that explains this a little bit more deeply.